Good evening. I'm Kenneth Frederick, and I'm here interviewing candidates for the ASCSU upcoming election next week. I'm joined tonight by Rithik Correa.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Collegian TV, for having me. It's an amazing platform for me to share my views and opinions. So my name is Rithik Correa. I also go by Rick, if that makes it any easier. I'm from India, and I'm a junior majoring in computer science and minoring in economics. I've been in the ASCSU Senate for about 8 months now, basically the start of the academic year. I've been representing the Office of International Programs, and it's been a fun ride all this time. I've got to be engaged in a lot of projects, got to make a difference on campus, and I think it's time for me to step that up. I want to make a much bigger impact. I want to make sure that all the hurdles I face as a senator is something that other senators or new senators that are going to show up next academic year don't face. So I'm running my campaign on these main 3 points, and that's vision, action, and results. I have a vision, I want to work on it, and I want to produce results. Senate this year has been a little tiresome, a little problematic in terms of, I believe Senate, at least student body Senate, needs to be neutral in its political views. But the Senate's divided. You have political ideologies overcoming student benefits. Imagine you could be benefited from certain different good things that aren't at your plate right now because certain senators have their political views interfering. And I want to make sure that politics is outside Senate and we work as a team. And that's what I want to do as a speaker. I want to ensure that Senate works as a team, comes together every Wednesday night, pass bills, pass resolutions, pass lexes or ledgers, is the plural of lex. So pass ledgers and make that impact that students can make on campus. ASCSU is like a liaison between students and the Board of Governors. We can make changes. If you have an issue, you can come to ASCSU to make those changes. And our speaker will be meeting with the Board of Governors, will be meeting with the President of CSU once in a while. And I want to make sure that every voice is heard. I want my voice to be heard. I don't want my voice to be suppressed. I want my voice to be heard. I want everybody's voices to be heard, regardless of background, regardless of literally anything. I want everybody's voices to be heard. I don't want anybody to be suppressed or put down just for their opinions, which is why I've decided to run for Speaker of the Senate.
That's great. It sounds like you have a serious campaign planned out ahead of you. You mentioned 3 kind of pillars of your campaign. But Rithik, could you tell me what are the 3 biggest issues that you believe students are facing right now on campus?
Well, multiple. I believe the administration needs to listen a bit more to students. Let's take housing and dining, for example. I don't think dining services is doing the best job when it comes to providing healthy food to students. Food at the express locations aren't the best. The healthy options are on the lower side, whereas junk food is higher. And students, I know a lot of students want healthier options. And we've been trying since last semester, me along with 2 other directors, have been trying to make these changes. And we were successful to some extent. That was probably one of the things that led me to want to run for speaker, is because I want to make a bigger impact than I made as a senator. Which is why I have this vision of change where students' voices are heard and the changes that every single student wants to make is actually implemented and not just sidelined. Even resolutions that ASCSU passes, sometimes it's just sidelined by the Board of Governors or the President. I would like to request the Board of Governors to pay a little bit more heed to the resolutions that we pass, because we pass them because students want it. We had this thing called micro legislations that students could bring to us, and we would have them put it on the floor. But we had to take that away. Actually, I didn't want to take that away. It was a decision of certain committees to take it away because nobody used it. And why did no one use it? Because people don't know what ASCSU is or what it does. And our speaker want to make sure that ASCSU is more transparent, that students are represented. And if the students are represented, the more they'll want to be a part of ASCSU. And that's like the whole vision I have, that students get involved in ASCSU activities, and that way we can act on it and we can deliver results.
Yeah, administration is certainly going to be a very big part of whoever becomes the Speaker of the Senate. Could you tell me possibly 2 more issues that you believe are kind of big ticket items on students' plates right now?
Yes, there are honestly multiple, so it'll be hard for me to pinpoint to one. There was a huge issue with regards to COVID. Certain students say that, especially students with disabilities, immunocompromised, who still need to be wearing masks, I think they need to be given accommodations, if specific accommodations to help them maybe sit separately in class. If students have physical disabilities, be provided with disabled-friendly chairs as well. If students need to access their classes that have disabilities, they should be provided a ride to and from their classes, at least during a heavy snow day. Things like that. There used to be these things, but it was taken away after COVID hit. And that's one of my pet projects as well. I'm currently working on this project where I'm trying to get ASCSU to fund Ramride Secure to get more lift codes to help students to and from the health center. Because I know that one of the major impediments to accessing healthcare is transportation, which is why that's one of my pet projects. I want to further this to students with disabilities to help them go to their classes and come back. And all these kind of issues where campus can actually act and make student lives better, but is choosing to not do so. And I think as an ASCSU speaker, I can try to bring those issues up and make campus administration act on it.
You spoke earlier about the kind of conflict and the kind of division that's going on inside of the Senate floor right now. If you were to become Speaker of the Senate, what are some conflict resolution strategies, or what are some policies that you believe you would enact to try and settle these kind of instances?
Well, first of all, as Speaker, so what usually happens is we have this thing called the fall retreat, where we gather along senators, associate senators, directors, the president, and advisors to ASCSU, bring them all together, and let them have a good time. I think that's like the best place for everybody to build relationships, and I'm going to try and emphasize, make senators and associate senators build that relationships and make sure that they act as a team and not as individuals. I'll also try to make sure that political difference is kept away from Senate, and that people only bring topics that are relevant to CSU, relevant to CSU students, and not their own political Vedanta.
Absolutely, and I believe we have one more question left for you. Speaker of the Senate is given quite a lot of power, especially over the budget. How is that an area if you were to become Speaker of the Senate, that you believe you would? I'm actually so sorry, Rithik. That is all the time that we have tonight. But you will be seeing Rithik's name on the ballot next week.